You've got your brand new Leatherman arc and you're excited to use it. You have looked at the pliers, you've seen the replaceable wire cutters, it's got a great pocket clip, and then all your tools are accessible and you can easily fan them out. You finally got a bit driver, you've got a can opener. On this side, you've got that brand new MagnaCut blade. You've got the saw. On this side, you have a nice pair of scissors. You've got a full-length file finally, and then you've got this micro driver, the awl, the wire stripper, and the long screwdriver and the bottle cap lifter. So all those things are really cool about the Leatherman arc and reasons why many people will get one, and part of the reason I got one. Now, one of the things that I really love about the Leatherman arc is the bit driver. Now, the bit driver, I think, should have been on the Leatherman Free P2 and the P4, but finally it's made its way in the Leatherman arc, and it is a pretty cool tool. But as is the issue with some of Leatherman's products recently, they're selling too well. And it seems like they're off the shelf, they're on the shelf, you can't buy them, they're not available, then they are available, and it's sort of confusing to know whether it's really what is causing the issue. So all that to say, these bits may disappear when Leatherman arc starts selling like crazy in a couple days. So keep in mind you may want an option for 1/4" bits, which are very readily accessible. Now, one of the first things people will say is, well, why should you do that? Let's just go ahead and carry a small screwdriver. And I actually found one of these. This is from Amazon, and I'm not sure, I don't think it's really going to focus on this, but it's Gato Tools, I think it is. I'll leave a link below. You can sort of see it right there, Gato Tools. And this is a pretty cool little screwdriver. Obviously, it has a very strong magnet in the end, perhaps maybe even a little too strong. And it comes with a couple different size bits, and it has this nice little pocket clip, and it's a pretty cool little tool. So that is an option. You can just, if you needed extra screwdrivers, carry something very minimalistic like this. But that's not for everyone. Some people will want some 1/4" capability with their Leatherman. Now, Leatherman does offer adapters, and these again are available as long as they are available, and you can use the Leatherman bits in the end, or one of the cool things is you can actually use 1/4" bits in the end, and then they fit in like so, and then you've got a 1/4" bit driver and an extender, and these do sort of fit in there fairly good. So we'll leave that one in there. And then you can also get extenders from Amazon that are a lot cheaper. So this one right here I found on mine, it actually uses double-sided bits better. So you can use double-sided 1/4" bits, or you can use double-sided Leatherman bits, either or. This is about $12. It's fairly cheap and expensive, about half the price of Leatherman's, some of their adapters. And so that's another budget option. Now, if you go overseas, you can get on AliExpress a tiny adapter. So this is about half the size, but you have to finagle it in there a little bit to get it to fit in. Fits in there fairly solid, and then you can go ahead and use just standard 1/4" bits on this one. Now, one of the cool things about this is they do make a little hole in the end for you to carry it on your keychain, and then in a pinch you can take it off and use it as an adapter. Now these on AliExpress, again, things are made and they disappear very quickly, so as long as these tools are made, I will put a link in the description below. Now, before we move on, some people will say, well, why not use ratchets? And ratchets can come into play as well. So 7-Eleven makes a great little ratchet. This is my own homemade version of it, but they make a very nice machine ratchet that looks pretty cool. And again, you can use 1/4" bits in it, and then you have a bi-directional ratchet where you can ratchet forwards or backwards, and then it's pretty cool to use. Comes in around the $30 mark. Sometimes it's a little bit more, and sometimes you can't find it at all. Now on AliExpress, recently I found this 1/4" bit driver, or ratchet driver rather, and I thought this was pretty cool, and now this is in my kit that I use, that I carry with my Leatherman Surge, and it is very minimalistic, and so it rides with me in a belt pouch, and it's pretty cool to use. Now, one of the things you could do is you could use this AliExpress ratchet, and then you could use this in here. Why would you do that? Because sometimes you might want to get some extra force on something, and that would give you extra force to use. Now again, you don't want to put too much stress on your Leatherman arc. It's not a mechanics tool really, but that is something you could do in a pinch, I suppose. All right, so we've got all these options. What option is left? So there's one option left that I think is pretty cool, perhaps the coolest of all of these. If you don't want to use the bit driver holder, you can close this up and you can use this option right here. So this is also something on AliExpress. As far as I know, it's still sold. I will put a link below as long as I can find it. And this right here has a special notch in the back that could fit on some of the tools on the Leatherman P4, and it can fit right here on your brand new Leatherman arc. And that turns it into a 1/4 inch bit driver. Then not only can you keep your Leatherman bit driver, you can keep this spare part, and then there you go. You can use this as well and use 1/4 inch bits. So this seems like the best idea if you want a very minimalistic design. It fits in there very snugly, and to be honest, it may feel a little bit more solid than putting an adapter in your bit driver. It fits in there really nice. It seems to be well done. And again, I will try to put links below. All right, well, that's all I have for tonight. Let me know what you think and which one is your favorite, and I'll see you in the next video.